Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon once again, and welcome to today's live trading session. All right, like we always do every single day. But first of all, how are you doing? How is the day going? How are you doing? And hope you're great. And today actually started on a very good note. Congratulations to those of you that have already made some good amount of money for this morning. But then of course, we're going to be looking at lots of things. And for today, I'm going to be interchanging between my MT4 and my MT5. Or I'm going to be using both MT4 and MT5. Both of them are exactly the same thing. All right. So you don't need to worry yourself. So they're exactly the same thing. Okay. So when I swap the screen, they have the same different exactly the same price levels and every other thing. All right. But today we're going to be starting with before we normally start up with currency pairs and then go to indices later on. But I'm going to be starting with indices after I have reviewed dollar index. Just like our customers, we always review dollar index to know exactly what dollar index is doing and how to take advantage of the whole system. All right. Okay, so welcome once again. All right. So we are going to be looking at what dollar index has actually been doing. And for today, dollar index actually broke a very important level. Sorry, on Friday. Of course, we all remember the massive volatility that we had on Friday. Then coming down this morning, it's trying to recover up some of the massive buys that it had on Friday. Some of the massive buy that we had on Friday, and it is still sitting on a support. All right, here was a verified resistance, but when price broke above it, it became a Tonko support. So currently, it is sitting on a Tonko support, which is currently supporting the price from pulling below. But look, I'm actually using 1 hour time frame for this one. So we'll look at the 1 hour time frame. Then we'll now jump to 5 minutes time frame for the scalping. So first, we're doing the analysis to see the direction of this particular instrument. All right. All right. So like I was saying, currently it is sitting on a support. In fact, it actually tried going below it, but then look at the kind of rejection that we had here. Look at the massive rejection we had just at that point. So telling you that this particular instrument, the probability of it still going back up, it is actually very much high. But first, let's take a look at the fundamental that came out today. There was a fundamental that came out today just a few minutes ago. So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. All right, you can see my Forex Factory, right? I have Empire's Estate Manufacturing Index came out about by 1:30, and it came out negative for this particular instrument. It came out negative for dollar. So because of this particular negative trade, that is why dollar is still having this particular trade. All right, that's why this particular trade is going the way it's going. And with this, you're going to be having a more of a massive volatility in the market. But seems the volatility already beginning to wear off. All right, it's already beginning to wear off, and you're going to be having a more of a buy. So I am looking at this particular instrument because of this particular bounce off we had here. I'm still expecting it to maybe get back to somewhere around there. And there is no any other major fundamental coming out this afternoon. We only had one fundamental that came out this today, and that is the only one we're going to be having for the rest of the day. So we're going to be following this up the way it is, and I'm still going to be going in for a buy on dollar. All right. If that is going to be the case, let's take a look at it on 5 minutes time frame and see what we're currently looking at. Now, look at the bounce off. Look at the bounce off we had. It actually had a gap down this morning when the meeting happened. It had a gap down, but that is not just it. That is not just all. With the gap down, it has been able to cover up the gap and currently having a massive push up. So for today, for this afternoon, I am actually looking at dollar maintaining this particular uptrend. I'm expecting it to maintain this uptrend. So let me take a look at it using the IPM indicator to see what we currently having. Okay, now this is how it is showing me on IPM indicator. So if I want to take up a trade on this, I will not just dive into a buy. Why? Because it is just a resistance up ahead. So I'm going to be taking a buy from somewhere around here, or I'm going to be taking a buy on dollar from price 102.371. 102.371, then I'm going to be taking it all the way up to the verified resistance. All right, all the way up to the verified resistance. That is where I am considering on taking up my buy from. All right, knowing that, okay, with every single formation that we've had here, it is still giving us a buy momentum. But then there is a massive consolidation region around it. So I wouldn't just want to dive into a buy without having this consolidation fully broken. All right, so I will not just jump into a buy, like I said, but I'll consider entering a buy at 102.371. Then I'm going to be taking my profit at 461. So that's going to be, it's actually a long one. If you want to reduce it, you can just bring it up down a little bit, maybe to somewhere around 102.438. But any of them, it is fine because I see it heading back to this verified resistance. But just in case it's now decided to what is it called? Do the opposite from what them, of course, you know, this is a financial market, so anything can actually happen. Don't just, but with what I'm saying, I'm actually looking out for a buy. All right, I'm looking out for a buy. But I'm just saying, just in case, if you're more concerned about sell, maybe if you want to go into a sell rather than buying, then don't also jump into a sell because of this kind of market formation here. Still go in for a pending sell. Go in for a sell order. Do you understand? Go in for a sell order, please. Don't jump into an instant sell. Preferably go into a sell order. I know you probably want to zoom out and see that, okay, there's been a consistent kind of a trend like this. All right. You can actually say that, oh, there's been a consistency in this particular sell. What about it continuing? That's why I'm giving you this. But there is a verified support just at this point. And remember that this is 5 minutes time frame. So there's a verified support right at this point. So it might want to come and retest this support before any further push up. So this sell I'm giving you is just in case if the market wants to retest the support before pushing up. All right. If you want to retest this support before pushing up, then let your entry be at 102.257. Do you understand? 102.257. That will be a better entry for this. So 102.247. But remember that the sell is not going to be you're not going to stay too long. All right. So generally, I am going in for more of a sell, a buy on this particular trade more than a sell. But I'm just giving you this sell just in case if price wants to come and retest this verified support right here, then you can use this as a sell position. Don't just miss out on all of them. So you'll be taking it from 102.257 and be taking your profits around 102.217. That being said, let's take a look at gold and see what gold currently is doing. On 15 minutes, gold actually had a gap up when the news came out. Even on 5 minutes, it's also had a gap up. Look at the gap here. Look at the gap. All right. It is right here showing you that, oh, actually gold had a gap up when this particular news came out. And remember that we said that dollar index is looking at for more of a buy for today. But then we gave you a sell entry. The reason for the sell is because just in case if price wants to retest this particular verified support, then the sell will just be a perfect entry for us. So the same thing goes for gold. I am looking out for a further sell on gold. Yes, I am looking out for a further sell on gold. Now, the reason for why I'm going in for a further sell on gold, because I'm looking at dollar to buy. So if that is going to be the case, I'm also looking at gold to have a little bit of a sell-off. And like I said earlier, for dollar index, if you check, there's actually been a consistency also in the sell position on this particular instrument. All right, like you've seen it here. All right, I'll change the template so that you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's use this. All right, so perfect. So just zoom out a little bit. Now you can see there's also been a consistency in this. All right, from here to this point, and then the reversal. Yes, I know about that. But I am looking out for a sell. I personally, I'm going to be entering what is it called? An instant sell on gold. All right, I'm going to be entering an instant sell on gold, and I'm going to be taking my profits at this point. All right. Yes, I'm going to be doing this because I wanted to cover up this gap. I'm going to be entering instant sell, and I'm going to be taking my profit at 2014.14. 2014.14. All right, that is going to be my take profit for gold. All right, it's just a very what is it called? Perfect position for anybody to actually take up the trade. Looking at it alone, you will know that this particular market is coming down. So I'm taking a sell here, and I'm taking my profit at 2014.14, 2014.14. All right, that's going to be my take profit. And of course, if it keeps on going down, then I cannot decide to enter another sell from this region. All right, where I want to stop here is because that is actually where the gap started from. All right, so I'm going to be taking my profit at that point. And if it keeps on going down, then I can enter again and then take my profit at 2011.97. So these are my two entries. If you are already entered the gold trade, you should have been on a good profit already by now, especially for those that actually used a bigger lot sizes. You should have been on profit. So I'm still looking at it to get to 2014.14. And if it is able to break below the take profit and then gets to price 2013.27, then I'll enter another sell from that point, going to the base of this particular candle, which is at 2011.79. So I'm going in for a sell all the way. All right. And remember, I said that this particular trade, I'm going in for more of a buy. But if you want to retest this point, so I'll be taking this one. So the same thing for gold, I'm going in for more of a sell. All right, I'm going in for more of a sell. But if you want to now consider a buy thereafter, if you want to consider a buy, then enter a buy. I wouldn't advise you to enter at this point, because if you enter at this point, this is the only thing you're going to be trading. You can actually bring it down a little bit, maybe somewhere around here. You can bring it down a little bit. You can actually go for a buy around 2017.46 all the way up. 2017.46 all the way up. You can consider entering a buy from that point going up. Remember that this is mostly for scalpers and you don't stay long. And one of the best ways also in scalping is that you have to use a lot size that will allow you not to also stay very long in the market. All right. So I am that is my positions for gold for today. All right. So let's take a look at US 2000 briefly. Let's take a look at US 2000. Now on 15 minutes time frame, you can see that this particular instrument just made a double top around here. All right, just made a double top around here. And this is actually looking like a cup formation. All right, it's looking like a cup formation where you have, of course, this and of course a handle. That is a cup and handle. Pardon me. It's looking like a cup and handle formation. And with this kind of formation, you're actually going to be considering a more of a reversal. All right, you're going to be having an uptrend confirming this. All right. So, but then before the uptrend comes, I am expecting this particular trade to get to this Tonko support. But let's take a look at it on 5 minutes, which is our major interest. So now this formation is all out. It's no longer here. So with this in mind, I am going in for a buy. I'm going in for a buy on US 2000, and I'm taking my profit around here. Now, the general trend of this particular US 2000, it's actually a sell, because if you check this point, it is already giving you more of a sell momentum. Look at it. Look at from here. It's already giving you more of a sell. And I feel that this sell most likely is going to continue till it gets to this verified support. But for now, I am looking at a buy and then taking my profits at this point. Then I can now continue a sell from there. Or if you don't want to enter instant, if you don't want to enter instant buy, then enter a sell limit. Enter a sell limit from this point and then bring it all the way down. But I am currently going in for a buy at price 1753.8. 1753, that is 1753.8, and I'm going to be taking that is what my take profit actually. So I'm entering immediately and I'm taking my profit at that point. Then from there, I'm going to be selling all the way down. All right, I'm going to be selling all the way down. So 1753.8, 1753.8, 1753.8. That is going to be my take profit for this particular instrument. Not just my take profit, is also my take profit and my sell entry position. So when it gets there, I'm going to be taking up a sell and bringing it all the way down, right? So I'm taking up a sell from the top when it gets to that particular point. So, but for now, I'm going in for a buy. All right, I'm going in for a buy, and then at this point, when I close my trade at this point, I will be selling from that point all the way down. Remember, I said this particular trade is already on a downtrend, right? Yes. Now let's just take a look. Remember, the downtrend I'm talking about is on 5 minutes time frame. Now let's take a look at it with this particular indicator. All right, great. Here we are. All right. Now, this is what I'm saying. Do you understand? On this particular indicator, there is no support around here. It is not giving us a support around here. But I said you can take your profit at this level. You can take your profit at this level. Do you see it? You can take your profit at that level. All right. At least from there, you can now sell all the way down. So here is still a free, a sell zone. So all these points with this thing you're looking with this region you're looking at right now, you can see clearly that the trend has not ended. The sell trend has not ended. Do you understand? The sell trend has not ended, but it is not just going to start selling immediately. So I am expecting it to get to this point first, this particular resistance right here, then and start falling from there. So it's either you set up a sell limit from 1753, I think 1753.8. Yeah, it was for 0.8 we said earlier on, and then bring it all the way down, or buy from where it is to that point, and then take your start selling from that all that point all the way down. All right. So all the way down is our sell zone, and our take profit for the sell is coming down to 1746.9. 1746.9. So we're expecting sell to get all the way to that region. All the way to that region. And one interesting thing actually happened today. When the news came out from the US, it came out negative for US. But then do you notice that even indices also started selling? Indices also started selling. Yeah. So even though the news came out negative and dollar sold, indices also sold. It was very, very interesting thing that actually happened. Indices also sold. Just hold on a little bit. I think my okay, now with that alone, so we're not going to be combining the two instruments together. Yeah, and my screen sharing actually stopped. Hold on, let me just reconnect my screen. Okay, I think you should be seeing my screen now again. Okay, I think we're back. All right, so now this is it. I said for US 2000, we're going to be seeing a buy to this point. All right, I'm looking at a buy to this particular point. All right, from this point, I'm going to be going in for a sell all the way down to this point. Do you understand? All the way down to this point. So I am buying to that point. So don't enter sell immediately. Please don't enter sell immediately. All right. Allow it to get to this point first. I said, okay, it was actually 1957.8 we mentioned, or either 1957.8 or 1957.9. Any of them is actually all right. All right. So 1953, actually, not 1957, pardon me, 1953.8 or 0.9. Anyone is fine. All right. So from that region, we'll sell all the way down. From that region, we sell all the way down for US 2000. All right. From that region, we sell all the way down. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Look at gold. I believe that you would have been on good profits for gold. All right. The profit target we set, which was 2014.14. Price has almost gotten to that point. All right. I told you that a sell is better for this particular gold, and I believe that you should have made some good profit from it. I believe you should have made some profits on this particular gold. All right. So let's take a look at, let's just go back a little bit to dollar index. Okay, fine. Dollar index is still dancing at that same region, but it's still giving us more of a buy momentum. And I said I prefer going in for more of a buy on this particular trade. And congratulations to those that traded on gold. Should have been on good profit. All right. And US 2000 has almost got into profit, and I believe that you also took the buy. I believe you also took the buy. All right. So let's also look at US 30. US 30. I'm going to be starting on 15 minutes time frame. The same formation we saw on, okay, I think, have we reviewed US? Okay, no, we've not. All right. Okay, let's go on 5 minutes time frame. Now, this is what we've got on 5 minutes time frame. Also bouncing off from a support. it is also bouncing off from a support. So I would not also enter instant sell on this particular instrument. Let me just make it bolder so that everybody can see. Now, this is how it looks like. Currently, this is how it actually looks like. And I feel like it's actually bouncing off from here. But on a general, we will still be expecting more of a sell. Yes, we'll still be expecting more of a sell. But for now, I see going for a buy too. Now, look at this hammer. Look at this hammer that formed on 5 minutes time frame. Look at this hammer. The hammer is just a perfect. You saw this particular one. This is a hammer. This is also a hammer. This is an inverted hammer that formed at the base of this particular trade. And you know that here, something similar also happened earlier on at this point. Do you understand? Something similar also happened around here. And now this is also the same formation. So I'm still going in for more of a buy on this particular trade. So for US30, I'm going in for a buy. All right. I am going in for a buy for now. Remember that I said the general trend on this particular instrument on 5 minutes time frame is a sell. The general trend on this particular instrument is a sell on 5 minutes. But for the time being, for the scalping sake and for the sake of this meeting, we are actually going to be going in for a buy on US30. And then we're going to be taking our profit, just a very short one. You can actually take our profit at 33404, 33404 within that price region, or imagine even take it up a little bit to 33410. So either of them is perfect. And also when it gets there, you start selling from that point. All right, you will start selling from that point also, because I am saying it to also go in for more of a sell. Sell is the general trend I am looking at currently on all these trades. I'm looking more of a sell, but I feel that it's actually going to be buying for now. I still look at it to go in for a buy for now. But the general trend on all these trades is a sell. Now, let's take a look at it on IPM indicator. IPM indicator is also giving us, all right, it's giving us this, what is it called? Also a buy vibe, all right? It's also giving us this instant buy vibe. Now, why am I considering a buy in this trade at all? It's because of the massive sell we've had today. It's because of the massive sell. So I'm actually looking at this point might just be a kind of a retracement point before it continues on that downtrend. Now, look, the same thing we've been having across all indices is exactly what we're getting here. Do you understand? And there is a support right at this point. There is a support right at this point. So under or below this support, we're going to be seeing more of a sell. If it's able to break below the support, then sell all the way. But for now, I am going in for a buy. All right, for now, I'm going in for a buy. And I told you the reason I'm considering the buy. But remember, it's not going to be a very long one. It's just go in and then come out, make some good profit with a good lot size. All right, so that is that for US30. So I said US30, I'm going in for a buy with my take profits at this level, 33405, 33405. Then from that point, I'm going to be selling all the way down. I'm going to be selling all the way down. Okay, I'm going to be selling all the way down. All right, so that is that. That is my take for US30. All right, somebody made a comment on gold. I remember our set take profit target for gold was 2014.14. All right, if you actually entered at the point that we did, you should have. And I said from this point, I'm looking at either a further a buy from here, or if it breaks below here, then I'll enter again at 2013.27. I remember I said all that. So if you actually waited for price to get here, I believe you should have made some good profit for gold. But it's still going to fall when it gets to 2017.46. It's still going to fall. So if you're on a sell, don't panic on gold, because we're going to be seeing more of a sell momentum too. But just allow price to get to 2017.46 before taking up the trade again. All right. So that I think we've talked about the US100, sorry, the US30. I said US30 is giving us also a sell vibe, but for now we are going to be buying. All right, we're going to be buying, and the set profit target is at 33405. 33405. From this point, you can start selling. From this point, you can start selling. All right. So let's look at briefly US 100 because we're still going to be looking at some currency pairs. Now, US 100 has just been consolidating around here for on 15 minutes time frame, but that is good enough when you're not using 15 minutes time frame. So we can go on a smaller time frame and see what is also happening. But funny enough, it is also the same point that is been consolidating. It's also been consolidating at the same point. So for US 100, please don't enter any trade until you see a breakout. Don't enter any trade on US 30 until you see a breakout. I hope you got that. Don't enter any trade on US 30, on US 100, rather, pardon me, I'm on US 100. Don't enter any trade on US 100 until you see a breakout. And that breakout is going to either be a buy or a sell. It's either going to be a buy or a sell, but I'm just going to zoom in so that you see, take a look at it very well. Look at them. All right. I will not even ask you to, there are some persons, they probably might do something like this and just want to take advantage of all these points. It can actually happen, but I personally will not advise that. All right. It's just allow, if it can break below price 13412.87, then sell all the way down. If it breaks below here, you can actually sell. But if it breaks above this point, you can buy. But for now, don't enter any trade until the breakout point is fully established. I hope you got that. All right. So just set up, you can actually set up a pending orders to take advantage of the breakout points. But for US 30, for US 100, it is best to wait for the breakout. It is best to wait for the breakout. All right. So let's consider Euro USD, Euro USD, Euro USD, Euro USD. I actually ruled this line on Friday on Euro USD when it actually got to the base. And I was expecting a reversal from this point, and good enough, it actually reversed from here. All right, from here. And since then, it's actually been buying. So for this instrument, I am looking for a further buy. I'm looking out for a further buy, but that is on 1 hour time frame. So on a smaller time frame, let's say 5 minutes time frame, which is where we're going to be focusing. 5 minutes time frame. Same thing has actually been happening here. There've been a consolidating point going on for a few hours. So please don't jump into a trade until you've seen a clear direction. And the clear direction is going to come as a result of a breakout on this point. But I personally, I will advocate more of a buy. You know why? Because all the trades, most of the consolidations has been above this particular verified support. All right. It's been above the verified support. So there is a verified support right here. So if you want to enter any one, you can actually consider more of a buy. All right. Because of this verified support. Okay. So I'll consider more of a buy because of the verified support. But I'll personally, just to be on the safe side, allow price to comfortably go above each of these my points. All right. If it can go above 1.08833, I am going in for a buy. And if it goes below 1.08736, I'm going in for a sell. Do you understand? And of course, you know that today is Monday, so the volatility today has not really been very much because of course, it's just an opening day. And there was a fundamental that came out that is not really a very high impact fundamental. But with all those things aside, I'm going in for a breakout point. I'm waiting for a breakout point for me to take advantage of this particular trade. So if it goes above here, you can buy. If it goes below here, you can sell. All right. So for Euro USD, there is no any specific trend yet. So for USD JPY, I will always advise anybody the best alternative to be on. Instead of the trade to be against you for a buy on USD JPY, let it be against you. Sorry, instead of let it be against you for sell. Sorry, what did I say? Instead of price to be against you for a sell, rather, let it be against you for a buy, because the market most likely will still get back to buy position. But once it goes above sell, it might take a long time. All right. But that is just on a lighter mode. But for this particular instrument, I'm going in for a further buy. Yes, I'm going in for a further buy on this instrument. So for USD JPY, I am buying on 5 minutes time frame. So let's just hold on for the price to play out. Okay, it's already time for, so let's take a look at how the market is currently reacting. And by 2:30, we'll be taking in the 2:35 we'll be taking agro commodities. And okay, gold is beginning to reverse. It's having a more of a sell momentum again. All right, so oh, perfect. US 30. All right, so US 30 are having a okay, didn't get to this point. Okay, it actually did. Okay, it didn't get to this particular 33405, but going forward, it's now going to be more of a sell. But it has not comfortably broken below this particular support. But remember, I said more of a sell trend. But if it goes above here, okay, this was actually the take profit I gave out for the buy, but it didn't hit that particular point. So consider more of a sell on this particular instrument. I would definitely go for a further sell because of this push down we're currently experiencing. So let's take a look at, oh, perfect. Good enough. This particular trade, okay, I told you that once it's able to break below 13412.87, you can go for a sell. So that is actually the sell. So I am going in for a sell. You can actually keep selling until it gets to the next support, which is actually this point. So for US 100, we're going in for a more of a sell because it's going to sell further down. All right, for US 2000, okay, great. I told you that US 2000, buy to this particular point and then sell from there. I believe you were able to do that. If you did that, congratulations, you just made profit from both buy and sell. Okay, so we've just made profits on both buy and sell on this particular instrument. So US 2000, yeah, further sell on US 2000, please. Further sell on US 2000. You might actually want to adjust this, but if you want to still keep it here, it is fine. This is actually the take profit we outlined, which is at 1746.5. All right, we said if it buys to this point, close buy and enter sell, and then sell all the way down. I believe you did that. So it's actually going to hit the point, and then you can now consider any other direction you want to take. All right. So for gold, we're going to be having a more of a sell also. But if you're still on a buy, still allow it to hit 17,2017.46 or set up a sell limit, a sell limit from here, so that when it hits this point, it can take it all the way down. All right, but I am still going in for a sell on this particular instrument. That is if it gets to that point. All right, so that is that for, okay, if how many of us entered the further sell on US 30? Yeah, there is still going to be a further sell on US 30. Like I said earlier, there's still going to be a further sell. And also on US 100, there will still be a further sell. US 2000 also, there will still be a further sell on US 2000. And let's take a look at this particular instrument. All right, I told you that if it's able to, sorry, somebody actually turned on the video and is blocking my screen. All right, it's off now. All right, so if this particular trade is able to break any of these particular points, then go in for that direction. If it goes below the sell, go for sell. If it goes above that, the buy, then go for a buy on this particular instrument. And in the next 2 minutes, we're going to be having agro commodities. And I said this one, I'm going to be going in for a further buy on it. All right. So I think that should bring us to okay. Let me see if I can take some questions, some of your questions. Okay, this is actually on 5 minutes time frame. So you don't necessarily need to allow the candle to close per se. It is always advised to allow candle to close, especially when you're doing more of a scalping, but not in this kind of trading sense. This is a volatile period. All right. You know that the 230 is not just it's not like a normal period to just trade. It is a fundamental time per se. It's not really fundamental in the sense that, okay, there's going to be a news coming out. But yes, there is. That is the opening time of a particular session, which is always very volatile. So that's why it's like that. For example, now, when this one went below this point, I didn't wait for it to get to the end. I just told you to enter the sell, right? That is exactly how it is. So for the sell, you should have been on a good profit for sell on this particular instrument if you actually did. All right. Okay. So you're currently on a sell on US 100. I believe you should have been on a good profit already. Just for you to just hold on a little bit on it. Okay. So, okay. I think that's basically congratulations to everybody. US 2000. Oh yeah, of course I said sell. It has already gotten to take profit on that particular trade. Okay. I guess small lot size. I guess what you actually mean is 0.01. Or is this 0.10? 0.10 is not a small, it's not that small now, but I hope you made profit from it. Okay, now let's take a look at agro commodities. Oh, I even forgot because I was trying to agro commodities. Corn. What is the direction of corn? Corn had a gap up, so we continue on our buy. Why didn't I check this on time? All right, we continue on the buy. Yes, please buy on wheat, a buy on corn. Yeah, a buy on wheat, a buy on corn, and a buy. Oh, sorry, let me not. Okay, great. And also a buy on soybean, a buy on wheat, a buy on corn, and a buy on soybean. Yes, a buy on wheat. You might be wondering how come I just look at it and I already, without doing an analysis, I already know the direction it to go. That is because I am using what we call the gap closure formation. If you've been following my agro commodity classes, you would have heard me mention that. All right. So if you want to know how it works, join any of our agro commodity classes because I won't be able to teach you what that is in this particular class. But join our agro commodity classes. Anytime you see the advert, you should be able to know what I'm talking about. All right. So so we're looking at a further buy on corn, a further buy on wheat, and a further buy on agro commodities. And for US 2000, yes, there's going to be a further sell. Remember, I said that, but it will most likely get back to this point and hit it again and then start selling. So if it is that, yeah, there is going to be a further sell. All right, there's going to be a further sell on that. And also there's going to be a further sell on US 100. There's also going to be a further sell on US 30. All right, I guess that should be the end of the class. Yeah, I believe we made some good profits. Some of us should have been on profits on agro commodities if you actually entered on time. Let me just maybe take one other or two questions. Any good entry in currencies? It depending on what you mean by good entry. If all the ones you've been saying are not good entries enough, then I don't know. All right, so great. It has actually broken below this particular point, but okay, and went all the way back up. But I'm going in for a sell on Euro USD. Okay, I told you this one further buy. Yeah, further buy is fine on it. All right, okay. I told you that gold will hit 2017.46. It has hit it, and we're selling again from there. So if you actually set up your sell stop or your sell limit from there, I think you should have been on profit. Or if you didn't, it's still going to sell all the way up. Yeah, gold is still pushing down. Gold is still pushing down. USD JPY, yes, will still go up. All right. Sorry about my voice today. Yeah, I've actually been, there was heavy rain last night. Yeah, cold. Probably that's it. All right. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining me today. Join me same time tomorrow, same station. Same station. I want to say the way all those news channels used to say it. Join me same time, same station tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me today. US 2000, yeah, get to this point and then start falling all the way back. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. See you tomorrow, same time and same station.